boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson, your video host and producer, coming to you from the Popverse, a virtual realm created by Read Pop, where we are celebrating the very best in TV, movies, and comics in this universe, or yours in this quadrant, or the Delta Quadrant. We're everywhere! And we are here today to dive deep into one of the most important debates currently facing Star Trek fans across the multiverse. No, it's not whether we should call ourselves Trekkies or Trekkers, grow up, or Trekkies. It's an even more important debate: how to rank the Star Trek television shows. In this video, we're going to be taking a deeper look into some of the television shows that have been captivating science fiction and Roddenberry fans for decades. From classic to contemporary, we will compare and criticize shows that have boldly gone where none others have gone before. So get ready to engage. Let's dive into the world of Star Trek. We're going to go from the bottom of the list to the top of the list. So let's kick it off with Star Trek, the animated series. This series has some of the best episode names of all time. For the world is hollow and I have touched the sky. I mean, hello, can you think of a better episode title? We love it. The animated series. This show extended the adventures of Captain Kirk and his original Enterprise crew. While its animation style may feel dated, it provided fans with exciting stories and new alien species. However, some fans critique the series for its limited animation and occasionally inconsistent writing. Up next is one of the new Trek offerings, Disco. Star Trek Discovery, the show that brought the franchise back into the television spotlight. It gave us a fresh perspective on Star Trek, the entire universe in fact, introduced a diverse and compelling cast, and push the boundaries of storytelling. But let's face it, the focus on darker themes and serialized storytelling didn't sit well with all the fans. In 9th position, we revisit the iconic Captain Picard. In his own series, Star Trek Picard was an absolute treat for Star Trek fans. Star Trek Picard delved into deeper character arcs and explored the consequences of past decisions. The appearances of beloved characters brought nostalgia. However, some fans felt the storyline became too convoluted and pushed certain fan favorite characters to the sidelines. 8th starts a female Starfleet captain. You know it, you love it, Star Trek Voyager. Captain Janeway and the crew of the Voyager took us on a unique journey, stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Whew, boy. This series provided some groundbreaking moments, progressive storytelling, and strong character development. But some fans argue that it didn't fully utilize its potential and occasionally relied on formulaic episodes. Up next, we have Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, which promises to take us back to the optimistic roots of Star Trek. Fans have eagerly enjoyed another exploration into OG retro Star Trek. The tone took a frighteningly comedic turn in season 2, which has garnered mixed reactions from the fandom so far, but the building blocks are strong. Number 6 brings us back into the world of animation with my beloved Star Trek Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy was designed for a younger audience. It was made in conjunction with Nickelodeon. This show aims to bring Star Trek to a new generation and emphasize the core values of the franchise. It's a great initiative to inspire a whole new group of fans, marrying a new crew with familiar characters from Voyager and feeling more like 1990 Star Trek than the Nickelodeon label may have initially led you to believe. Over halfway through the list, and we have finally made it to Star Trek Lower Decks. Yes, animation crushing it! Lower Decks! Lower Decks! Lower Decks! In a departure from traditional Trek, Star Trek Lower Decks gave us a comedic take on life aboard a starship. It provided laughs, clever references to past shows, and lovable characters. However, some fans questioned if the comedy overshadowed the essence of the Star Trek universe. Banana hot, anyone? Before the creation of the Federation, there was Star Trek Enterprise, my number 4 show. The series focused on humanity's journeys to the stars. Fans applauded its renewed emphasis on exploration and the captivating performances of the cast. Yet, some viewers felt the show took time to find its footing. But when the Xindi arc happened, we were all right there. It's awful. TNG slides into 3rd. The Next Generation revitalized the franchise with Captain Jean-Luc Picard and his crew exploring new galaxies and presenting complex moral dilemmas. It built a loyal fan base and pushed the boundaries of what Star Trek could be. However, certain episodes fell into predictable plot lines, and some fans found the initial seasons lacking the same magic as the later ones. Who could possibly take second? The original series that started it all. Captain Kirk, Spock, and the entire crew took us on an incredible journey through space. The show broke barriers and inspired generations. We celebrate its lasting legacy and iconic characters that are forever etched in pop culture history. If you haven't checked it out, by the way, I need you to hitch yourself on this wagon train to the stars. And finally, the best Star Trek show is, simply put, Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I mean, it's so great. I keep a baseball on my desk in a reference to Captain Sisko. It showcased compelling character development, complex political storylines, and challenged our perception of the Star Trek universe as a whole. Yet some fans criticized the lack of traditional exploration and felt that the show strayed too far from Roddenberry's vision. However, the more people get into it, the more it's beloved. It has garnered more fans now than when it originally aired, and frankly, this is the future Trekkies. And there you have it, a celebration and criticism, because we like to be fair and balanced, just like the Federation, of our beloved shows across the Star Trek franchise. It's a list. None of them are bad, but we want you to fight about it here on the internet because we're not living in Star Trek future just yet, if I could be honest. Each series brings something new and exciting to the table, and that is why Star Trek continues to capture generation after generation of geeky watchers. Remember, Star Trek has always encouraged us to embrace diversity, seek knowledge, and explore the unknown. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the stars. Live long and prosper. And before I let you go, before you step into that holodeck or you step onto that shuttle pod and head on out into the Beta Quadrant, if you want more on Star Trek, please be sure to visit thepopverse.com, where you can find out all of the Trekkie goodness that we're getting up to all the time in the form of articles, panels, videos, and so much more. Join us for our next binge-worthy list, where I'm going to be assigning you some even more geeky homework. And by the way, if you haven't caught up on all of these shows that we have been talking about here today, this is required viewing for you, and I know what you're going to be up to this weekend. While you're here, why not click that subscribe button and click the bell so you get a little notification anytime we make more Star Trek content, so you know what we are getting up here in the Popverse. I have been Ashley Victoria Robinson, your video host and producer here in the Popverse, where we're celebrating the best in TV, movies, and comics. I am your resident communications officer, and I will see you next time.